Hi Pisces, welcome to the space. If you're new here, the space is called Opal Oracle, and my name is Raaji. I do hope this reading is of service for you. Okay, we're gonna jump right in. So, Pisces, the first message was something about something like, oh, it's on. It's on is what I heard. And then there was a bit of, maybe it's an off. I was like, is it an on and off kind of situation? But then it moved back into the, it's on. Like, okay, ready to go. Like maybe some of you, it's time to jump to a new space. But I would say receiving a bit of counsel before that, or taking some time to, figure out who and what is loyal to you could be helpful. Now, there could be some confusion around other people. For those of you who have addicts in your life, or if you're an addict or an ex-addict, there's something about addiction in relation to other people. Maybe for some of you, this is a congratulations for your sobriety for a certain amount of time. I applaud you. You're applauded for that. I would also say there is something about cleansing too. Like cleansing the body, or maybe even just figuring out forgiveness with other people. When it's not such an external thing, it's more of this internal, right? Because it's interesting. It's very interesting. You have you had 3 cards come out. Everybody thus far received 1 or 2. And you have 2 people that popped out, a knight and a queen, fire and earth, with the 3 of wands. And the way that I'm seeing this is it's almost as if there's some kind of improvement between people. And or there's a kind of truce, right? Like you've come to a point of like, okay, I heard we could, but no. And then I heard I gotta go. But it's not, it doesn't feel dramatic when I'm saying this. So maybe that's what's wanted to be. Is like no drama in it, like a good energy about it, right? This is the Knight of Wands. He's very passionate. He's okay with leaving from one place to another. He doesn't hold much attachment to physical things. Then we have the Queen of Diamonds, which in this deck is more earthly. Could be like a brunette. Like someone with brown hair. I suppose this could also be an adult making a really good example for for a child, or for their children, or for those that are not as developed in certain areas, or successful, or even had enough experience. There's something about there's information there. And then I see the maturity of friendship. So, let's see, Pisces. Oh, we didn't even turn this one over yet. Why not? Oh, testing time. Okay. But it came out in the reverse. That's interesting. Just a minute. You know, if you received advice, what it would be almost more so is a confirmation of what you already know. You know what I mean? Say you're talking to somebody that you really respect and love, and you're like, hey, maybe you want to, who is this in your life too that you can trust? This could be spiritually for some of you, that kind of conversation. And I guess remember that I see advice comes in a varying of ways, even through different kinds of people, right? But I see not in the way exactly that you anticipated it, but there's also this deeper sort of psychic knowing. Like, you may not know exactly the reason, but again, if there's any confusion, if it is to, if there's a lack of direction, then this advice would be very helpful. And some of that good advice also may come from a place it's okay. Well, I guess you want to pay attention to what puts you on guard. Be good, baby. It's okay. Over here. Come over here. Over here, please. Azumi, over here, please. Thank you very much. You're okay. Can you sit down? Thank you. Sometimes maybe the thing that scares you, sometimes, or there's something that's a little bit, again, like you're ready to go, right? It's on. Boom. Like the gate comes open, the dogs run their track, right? But I guess what is the drive? And when going really fast, if you are going to go really fast with something, you want to make sure that you're in charge of your own energy there. Also, because I suppose this is a testing time of your ability to problem solve, right? Mercury. To know the difference between right and wrong, to and I see too mature. Because I supposed to become the queen, this queen here. One needs of earth, right? One needs the inspiration, the drive of fire, right? To do. This is like ready to listen, willing to learn, able to do. That's how you can keep finding a more fine-tuned you, which I'm seeing as a female lamb, a ewe. It's like so gentle, right? And there's a passivity to that, right? But there's also equality, because that's the power that's a part of the biggest power of the feminine energy, is to be gentle, patient, and passive, right? Which goes into that patience, right? If you're in a rush all the time, you're not going to be in tune with what's around you, right? The mind will play all kinds of tricks on you, even things that are right in your face. You could not see them because you're in a rush, right? So but you're not meant to stop. And I guess the it's on energy does, again, it has like, I keep seeing this dog running a track. But it goes really fast because there's something in front of it that's trained to do that, right? It's like, okay, when I'm here, when I hear this, then, and this opens, then I go. And there's something in front of you that you want, so you go towards it, right? So you get to know what you want, what's important to you. Then from there, you run as fast as you can to this other mark. You're like, okay, when I get here, then it's done. It doesn't last forever. It's sort of like a short burst, it's like sprinting instead of like a marathon, right? A marathon, you're going to go long and slow and not really stop at all. Sprint, fast, it's a stop, it's a big fast, then it's a stop, rest, put things in order, then realize, okay, the next day, or in in certain, there's like a time frame, and then okay, we're gonna do it again. So maybe the energy during this month is a bit of that. You may have big bursts of energy, or maybe you have big ideas or big inspirations that come in. See how you can fold that into your future. What's she looking at? More Mercury. The more you forgive people for where you have felt betrayed, you see your fault in the situation, right? You have ownership over that. And I see, again, overcoming whatever the betrayals have been, then you gain from that space, right? You profit from that. You gain, makes you a wealthy person of knowledge, of self, of soul, what have you. The power of you. I would definitely be looking to maybe some of you are trying to expand in what your natural talents are also. Maybe polishing something or becoming more confident with something. I do see that for most of you, you have to call a truce with something. If you haven't already, you'll be able to tell via the improvements that are happening, the progression of something, that'll express the forgiveness. That which that is not supposed to. Hey, buddy. How do I see this? Well, this action is so important. Who are you inspired by in ways of their actions? Who is it that in the midst of, even when they're having a hard time, you can't even not that they're hiding how they feel, but where they really keep it in order, and really do the best that they can in a testing time? Who is it that inspires you there? Or where is it that you have grown to understand more of even taking your own advice? You know what I mean? Kind of like practice what you preach, And again, not just the verbal, but also in an action-oriented sense. This could also be where if some of you are practicing something, or you're in between the middle of something, it's almost like editing a bit. Again, that refinement. You perhaps want to have somebody, like, again, whose opinion do you trust, And sometimes what you want is for somebody to tell you what you don't want to hear a little bit. Right? The thing that kind of, again, puts you on guard, a part of that is actually what you need to know so that you stop fighting yourself so much in using your energy in one direction and not circling too much, right? I mean, I guess this is Cancerian time, and what's interesting to me is you don't have any water here. You're using like all the other elements. I guess the water is really all inside of you, right? Interesting. Let's pick a few cards, extra cards. Look at the rest of this time frame. Pisces, or whoever's here and listening. Pisces. Just a second. Thanks. Oh, interesting. All right. Let's see, Pisces. Oh, Zinga. Oh, this is wonderful. It's on. It's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. What is that? You go straight. You go up the ladder. Sometimes you got to jump over some things. You keep going straight. Somebody else talked about this month. The Taurus, maybe. The Serpentine, right? Or the up the mountain, like the switchback. But it's on. Like you... This is very passionate. I see this as you being very passionate, being powerful. This is also good, like especially like it's emphasizing fire in the first house to me. So this is power in yourself. This is inspiration and drive. That Knight of Wands, right? Let's see other people. Well, there's obviously again other people. Here's another. To me, this is like another knight. So. The knights are practicing, right? They all practice. They've learned a good portion of something, and now they can literally use it to their advantage, right? So I see for some of you, don't let other people take advantage of you. For those of you, which I feel like is not the majority here, but there's also this energy of recognizing where maybe, I don't know, you have expectations in other people, right? Because without even knowing it, sometimes people use each other for their energy. Do you know what I mean? I guess it depends on what the intention is behind that, or if it's conscious or not, right? Probably when it's unconscious, subconscious, then it's a little mucky, right? This could be some really good loving, too. But there's something off about that also. Like, I guess whoever you're involved with sexually as well, like, maybe that's an on and off thing, or maybe somebody's involved in something, again, that's not completely solid. Maybe someone's wanting that. Or it's kind of like, I'm not gonna give you this until you give me that. It's almost like, it's not exactly an ultimatum, but it's kind of like things are set on the table, and maybe someone's considering something. Interesting. Let's look at work. Oh, really? Okay, whatever you're working on, there's some good relationships there. There's some good feelings around that. I also see this is good for money as well. It's not a whole bunch of it. It's not like winning the lotto. It's because that's fake anyway. But it's more of, you know, well, I keep seeing where someone's like got a 20 spot. Like they got it's. You don't have to think about it too much because it's all set. But I would also say, how does money and love go together? Like, whatever you spend your money on, are you saying to yourself, I love that? Like, is it a love energy attached to it? Let's see your challenges. Okay, this goes back into... All right, Pisces, there's some people you cannot change, or maybe some of you are frustrated too. Like you're wishing that someone's wishing that someone would be more mature so they can get more. But someone may be fighting a bit of maturity. Interesting. Someone's really paying attention to you, though. Like, really, people are paying attention, Pisces. Maybe you just want to check yourself like that. Like, not to make you paranoid, but where it's, when we feel like someone is watching us, if you will, paying attention to us, we're more conscious of where we are, how we sound, how we're standing, what we're saying. We become softer, more patient, right? Maybe someone talks really fast sometimes. Who talks fast in your life? And when are they mellow? Now your spiritual lesson during this time, 10 of clubs, 10 of diamonds. This has to do with work and your bank account. To me, this connects up to this workspace. Let's see. Well, however old you are, remember that that is life experience. Is there a time in your past where you feel as if that was the best time of your life and you tend to go back there, say in your memory? Like, who was the love of your life, or it's not exactly something that you don't have that you want, but you want to make sure you're being present, because maybe someone also doesn't feel appreciated a little bit, even though they're so loved. Do we talk about you fighting, like when someone fights themselves? You know what I mean? I guess whatever your spiritual lesson also does connect to your job, some way, somehow. Like maybe handling the stress of that, or handling whatever needs to be done, realizing, okay, it's on, I can do it. And I heard, who can you rely on? And remember, sometimes, again, I see it with this too. It's like sometimes somebody may say, if somebody says something to you, Pisces, that turns you off a little bit, or it's, even if it's someone you love, that's kind of what you need to hear. So try to hear it in a different way, if that makes sense. Even if it's like a disagreement, Or if someone's standoffish, because of this Neptune energy, you may not understand why it's like that, or maybe they got their own thing going on. So that's something. And if someone's on the defensive, remember, gentle. It's also whenever you feel the need to defend yourself, but be gentle, right? I heard, don't try to attack it out of the way. Allow something to pass, or like around you or through you. You get to decide. Interesting. Okay. Let me say bye to you before you go. Hi, Pisces. Oops, wrong way. Well, I hope this was of service. I forget, I think Cancer had the dog too. Such cool. I've been digging on reading these Hetchel cards. The Game of Hope. It's the name of them, originally speaking. Except it was in German. I don't know how to say that in German exactly. Anyway, I wish I could speak German. Maybe next time. Thank you, Pisces, for being here. I do hope this was of service. Thanks for wanting to learn and grow. Wherever you do that, in your everyday lives, here in this space, if you've joined Patreon or wherever you're growing your own gardens, I wish you the best. Talk to you next time. Peace out.